Well, I was sitting down to make a few capsules, so I figured I would put this on and talk a little bit. I'm Heather, by the way. I live in South Carolina with my family, and we just do what we can when we can for ourselves. Today, I'm making a few capsules. You can capsulize anything that is a powder that you don't want to eat straight. I do a lot of powders like in green drinks that I make, but this is a new powder that I'm using. It's called phytosterols. I can't say it, phytosterols. Anyway, I've never used it before, but I did read that it can be pretty gritty and that it doesn't dissolve very well. So I'm going to try it in capsules for both me and my husband. I need the bigger capsule machine, but anyway, I don't have it. This is what I have, so this is what I'm using. So anyway, I figured I would turn the camera on and talk while I was doing this. Oh, and this is supposed to help naturally lower cholesterol. I don't know if it works or not because this is the first time that I'm going to be using it. But I'm going to try it. Okay. What have we been doing here? We planted our garden. Over the weekend, finished planting. We did contender green beans. And we planted peanuts. That'll be the first time we've ever planted peanuts. Now, green beans, we have planted green beans for years. At least 15 years. And we can those. I will say I don't like this powder, the way it's doing. It is, I can see how it's different than any other powder that I have used. It's more clumpy, cakey like. So we planted the green beans. We planted contender this year because we did plant those last year and they did really well. All the years in the past, we always planted Blue Lake bush beans, and we were very, very happy with those until 3 or 4 years ago. The beans that came up, there would be some bush Blue Lake in there, but I don't know what kind of beans they were, but they were stringy and we did not like them. So one year that happened and I canned them, and we suffered through eating those nasty stringy beans for a whole year. And the next year we planted them again, and there was even less Blue Lake that came up. It was so frustrating. So that year we just pulled them up and said, forget it. And we didn't even can green beans. That was the first year we hadn't canned green beans in many, many years. So last year we planted contender, and they are very much like bush. I keep wanting to say bush, Blue Lake. But anyway, they all came up contender plants, and they are not a stringy string bean. I never understood what that meant until my grandmama would always say she didn't want a stringy string bean. I'm like, what in the world does that mean? When I started planting them, now I see. Because once you get out the store and a can of green beans, they're not stringy. And maybe you somehow snap them and get the strings off. I don't know. So that's what we did. We planted our string beans, and we planted some peanuts. So I'm excited about that. Now, this said that I should take 2 grams of this. Wonder how many pills. It's going to be 2 grams. Maybe a lot because, oh, that says 2 right there. Well, it said 2 for a second. What's going on with the scale? Oh my goodness, I might just take a scoop of this. Forget this. I'll save the capsules for my husband. He's not as good as taking like the powder and stuff. I would just take the powder. I'll put it in my green drink. 2, 4, 6, 8. Ha, he needs to take 8 pills. So I wanted to make these, and then I was going to go outside to check on my new baby chicks because we have several hens setting. And just here locally, when I tell people my chickens set, they're like, how do you get them to do that? I don't do anything. They're just broody chickens. And every year for the last, I don't know, we haven't had to have baby chicks in 5 or 6 years because our mamas hatched them out. And I encourage that because I don't want to raise baby chicks. They take care of them. And I don't have to get a light and put them in a brooder and all that stuff. So I encourage that. And I thought it would be, I don't know, thought y'all might want to see. And I want to document it for myself anyway. So I'll remember, because this year I added a little something different to our brooder. I don't know if that's called a brooder when the chicken is sitting there hatching. The way that I do it to encourage them and to support them so they might stay on those eggs and other chickens don't get in there to lay fresh eggs under the chickens that are setting. So anyway, when I get done with this, I was going to take the camera outside, show y'all that, and show y'all the baby chicks that hatched. I gave her 12 eggs, and she hatched 10 of the 12 eggs. And now I've moved her and the babies over in, I guess, what'll be like a brooder type pen. I don't use technical terms. I put them in a little pen with mama by themselves. So I don't have to worry about my cats eating them or the bigger chickens messing with them. And like I said, I'm doing a little different this year. So I like to document stuff like that because let's face it, from year to year, I cannot remember what in the world I have going on. Even like these capsules. If it lowers my cholesterol and then I quit with it for a while, I'll go, what was that stuff? What was that stuff I used? It would be hard for me to remember. But you know what I'm going to do? Pull this video up and watch it again. Do y'all have cholesterol problems? Anyone? All my numbers are always so good. And then last year when I went, they told me for blood work, he said, well, my cholesterol was borderline. Well, really wasn't worried about it because I eat good. I'm really active. So I was like, that can't be right. Something just must have been off, you know. And then this time, a year later, is up even higher. So I did some Googling because that's the smartest person I know. It says as women get older and their hormones are changing and you're going through, if you know, you're going through that time in your life, your estrogen levels change and all that. And it can make you have high cholesterol levels on the LDL, the lousy cholesterol. And that's what mine is. I'm going to try this and then maybe my hormone levels will eventually level out and my cholesterol will get back down to normal level because I just don't see how it could be high with the way I eat and my lifestyle. I just don't. So it's just annoying, but we'll do what we can to fix it without getting on prescription medication. And if I see any results, I will definitely let y'all know. And my husband's cholesterol was not super duper high. I don't remember the number, but it was just over what they consider borderline. And they tried to put him on cholesterol medicine, but he said, no, thank you. And in his defense, he was taking a steroid when he had his blood work drawn. And then he Googled and he said that could drive your cholesterol up. So I'm looking for his to not even be high next time that he goes in for blood work. But anyway, I'm going to finish these capsules And then I will take y'all outside. I'm not going to leave this on. It was fun just to kind of have someone to talk to. I feel like I'm talking to someone. So that was kind of nice to make the time go by. But these are really aggravating. Probably should not have did this on camera. The powder is not powdery. I can see why they say it doesn't dissolve too good in liquid, because you can just tell it's different. Yeah, this shit is not working. I'm getting so annoyed. I think the powder has gotten... Yeah, when I get done with these, this is it. I'm not doing any more. He will figure out a way to take this in some water or something. This junk is too aggravating to capsulize. Or either I'm just a little bit annoyed today because my day started out. We have some chickens in the front yard. Well, I say the front yard, but it's on the other side of my garden. The last few mornings, there's a chicken in that pen that gets out. She gets out if he forgets to feed them, because the rest of my chickens and rabbits and dogs and cats get fed back here behind the house. And so sometimes he forgets, and that's fine. I can tell they're hungry. I go out there, give them food. But this one chicken, she's been getting out. So I go out there because she's out, and I'm not paying a lot of attention. I'm in my pajamas. It's like 7 o'clock this morning. I just run out there thinking, oh, I'm going to get some food, get her back in the pen, and come back in the house and do the things I want to do in here. Because usually you open the pen up and she just runs in there. Open the pen up. She did not run in there. She just didn't want to come. So I go to try to get behind her. Well, you know what? All the other chickens ran out. And it's right beside my garden that we just planted over the weekend. So it's like I have 8 hens and a rooster out there. So I did not want them, and they just destroy my garden where I have it mulched and stuff. And then this is just tilled up. I knew they would get all my seeds. So I'm trying to get them, but no luck, because, hello, they have already had food. They don't even care. They're just like free birds. So happy to be out. So I'm really annoyed. And I was able to call my cousin. She came over with her 3 kids, and they helped me round up all but one of them. It took us a couple hours to do that because our property is not fenced in. They can go wherever they want to go, and they did. Went everywhere. And if it was nighttime, it would have been different. It would have, they would have wanted to roost or whatever. But no, this first thing in the morning, they were just ready to freaking party. I don't know. They were not going back in there. So anyway, they helped us get them all in. Helped me get them all in. I was very thankful for that. I think that abrupt start to my day just has me a bit annoyed. But anyway, then I saw my chicks had hatched. So that made me feel so much joy, because who wouldn't feel joy from that? And I'm just throwing all this away, because that powder is getting in my machine, and it is making it almost impossible to get the damn capsule things in here. Anyway, only a few more, but I'm so cheap. I don't want to waste nothing. So I'm frugal. That's what I tell my husband. He says I'm cheap. I correct him and say I'm frugal. So anyway, we're going to get these in here. Probably just 2 more times of this, Heather. And then we will just learn to take this stuff by the scoopful, because this is ridiculous. Oh, and if y'all do something natural for your cholesterol, let me know. I also ordered some barberry root, because I looked up berberine or berberine. I don't know how you say it. I did order some of that, and I'm going to tincture that. I think that'll be so much easier to take. But I read that can be hard on your stomach. So we'll see. I'm not going to take anything that I have some weird side effects with. And this one said there really wasn't any known side effects. Yeah, this shit has done got all up in the damn machine. If y'all don't cuss, you might not want to watch this video. This was not a thing to show capsulizing, but I will post this video anyway so you can see. Sometimes stuff does not go the way you want it to, but you just keep on keeping on. You just finish it. Oh my goodness. See, but like that's not supposed to be that hard to get off. It's because that powder has got all in. I'm so mad. To laugh at myself. Okay. Like usually you just do it, you push that and they just pop right out, but it's not because of the way this powder is. That's it. I give up. I am frugal and I am cheap, but I am also not getting any more aggravated with this crap. I'm about to go see some baby chickens and I can't even get this one out. And I promise you, I've never had this much trouble capsulizing anything. But I will have to wash this. Normally, I don't wash it because I don't want to get it all wet down inside of there. And it's just powder. I don't care. This, no, it will have to be washed. These things will not even come out. It's because that damn powder got up in there. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hold on. I took that to the sink and yeah, it would not even rinse off with water. So it's definitely not water soluble. And I mean, like it was really caked on my finger after water ran on it. Very weird. I'm about to put some in a cup and drink it just so I can see. People said it didn't dissolve, but meh, I was not thinking it would do. Oh yeah, it's just sitting on top of the water. How are you supposed to drink this? Oh God. This is great. Yeah, like I'm probably going to have a hard time getting it off my damn table. Yes, it is. It's still on the spoon. I can usually choke down about anything, but this, it's like you just have to take a big spoonful of this powder dry. It is not mixing in this water. Like not mixing. Oh my goodness. We're going to mix a little bit more. Oh yeah, it is still literally on top of the water. I don't know how you would. Maybe you stir it and drink it real fast. Still on top of the water. A lot of it is still on top of the water. Okay, let's see. I don't know how you're supposed to take that. Okay. Yeah, this is a mess. This was not something to do a video on, but I'm probably going to post it, so I will never forget this when I do. How are you supposed to take this stuff? God. I guess like that, but crap, half of the stuff is stuck to the side of the cup. I will say, it doesn't taste bad. If you can get past the texture. See, it's all stuck inside the cup. Sometimes things are a bust. We'll think about it. Y'all got any ideas? Do let me know if I even post this because this is crazy. Okay, well, on to the chicks. I'm going to get something else to drink because I got some of it in my mouth. Okay, so I'm going to clean all this up, go outside, check on my babies, and show the way we have the chickens up there that are setting. Might give you some ideas if you do have a setter. Let me get this cleaned up and then we'll go outside. Made it out the house after my escapade with the capsules. By the way, I did do a little thinking and Googling on that, and I believe I'm going to probably sprinkle that crap on my food. Okay, I've made it up the hill. Well, I say up the hill because it is up the hill from my house, so that's just what we call it. Anyway, I was going to show you our little setup for our broody hens, and we encourage that. I want that. I want the chickens to hatch chicks, and I want them to raise their chickens so I don't have to do it. Then I get new hens, and we also butcher any of the roosters. So to us, win-win. Meat, eggs, there we go. And we don't have to buy chicks, don't have to raise them. So this is our egg box, and normally the front of it is open so all the chickens can come in, and it's very windy today. They can come in the coop, lay their eggs. I don't have to go in to get them if they lay them here. Sometimes they lay them on the coop floor, of course. But anyway, when we have broody hens, they get in here, of course, and that's where they want to lay their eggs and set on them. So, like right now, I have a hen in there, and that is what she looks like. I'm not going to bother her, but her food and water is toward the back. And I had a chicken over here on this side. Her chicks hatched yesterday, and they were all fluffy today. She got off her eggs, so we moved her to a different spot. But we put something on the front of this box on the other side so none of the chickens can get in and disrupt her. We want her to do her job here. I'll show you that. This is our coop. Ooh. Yes, they're laying their eggs in a different spot now. Don't know, it's kind of dark in here. You'll be able to see our setup. We put chicken wire on the front of this so the chickens that are setting have their privacy. Nobody can bother them. And there's the one there I showed you from the outside. And this is what I'm doing new this year. I put this dog kennel in here and put them food and water in there. And they've been doing good together. So I'm hoping that's going to work out. So that's what we're doing inside the coop. And if we do not put them in a way that the other chickens can't get to them, the other chickens will just get in there. You know, they want to lay right. They all want to lay in the same spot. If you have chickens, you know how that is. So then you have to move the chicken, check the eggs, get the fresh eggs out, and it bothers the chicken. So she might get up before her 21 days are up. So this is what works for us. And then we come out the chicken coop into the chicken yard. And we do have a pretty good area for our chickens. And we have these little pens that my husband made. This one has two sides on it. So this is where we put today's babies. She hatched 10 out of 12 eggs, which we're super happy about. But yep, she hatched 10 babies, 10 out of 12 eggs. She did such a good job. And we'll leave her in here with her babies, and we will just have to feed them. Feed them and water them, and she will take care of the rest. And this keeps our cats from eating them, keeps other chickens from bothering them. And this is another one of our brooders that we put chicks and their mamas in. And once the chicks are big enough, we take the mama out to give her more space. But this just keeps them safe from the cats and the other chickens. And we have a chicken in there that's setting as well. So, and see, we have all our chickens out here. It is, believe me, not Pinterest perfect, but it works for us and we're happy with it. And maybe it'll give you some ideas. You know, if you have broody hens and you want them to hatch their own chicks. That's our setup. That's what we do. I hope you can hear me over the chickens crowing. But that's how over the years we've got our hens to hatch out chicks when they get broody. And like I said, every year we do something different. We just find a better way or a different way, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. This is what's working for us this year. All right, that's it for me. I know this video was a little different, a little bit, well, a little extra unscripted than what all mine are unscripted, don't get me wrong, but this was a little bit. That's a very old rooster with the gurgling. But anyway, it was very much not as I had planned in my head for it to turn out, the whole capsule fiasco. But I'm committed to posting it, whether it works or not, because it's important for you to know, for me to know, look, sometimes things don't work out, and that's okay. That doesn't mean we just give up, because I'm still going to use that powder. I'm just probably going to sprinkle it on my food after that, figuring it out. It was new to me. That's my dog. Anyway, that's the key for me to say. That's it for me today. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see y'all next time.